Legacy IAS. Today we'll be starting with a new chapter, that is average. Okay, so this is an introduction lecture. Now, average is what you say for different people or different things, that I got average marks in this, average that. Now, what you usually mean is average is a way of finding what the entire entire set of objects is doing in one number. Okay, so there are, let's say, 5 students. There are 5 people like this. Now they have, let's say, different weights. Now if I ask you, if I have to take them in, let's say, in a car or in a helicopter, then I don't need the individual weights of all of them. I just need one single number, that average weight is what, so that I can calculate in general what is the sum of all their weights and is it permissible or not. Understood? So I want to reduce all these people, any quality of them, to a single number. When I have to do something like this, then you get to something called average. Okay, basic definitions most people know. Average is what? Average of a data set is equals to sum of observations upon number of observations. Correct? For example, if I have to find average weight of all of them, so what I can do, I can sum all their weights. That means P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4 plus P5. Let's say these are their weights, divided by number of observations. How many observations do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So divided by 5. This will give me the average weight of all of them, or this data set. This is how you find average. In short, how you write it? You write average is equals to sum upon number. Average is equals to sum upon number. Also, this is the form that you use from your school days. Now, there is another form that we'll be using in most of our questions, that is sum is equals to average into number. Same thing, n is sent there, but you'll see that this makes your question solving much faster. That is, sum is equals to whatever is the average and for what number of people that average is written. So average into number. Okay, now let's see. So find the average of this. Find the average of this data set: 48, 49, 50, 51, and let's say 54. You need to find the average of all these 5. So one way of doing this is simply adding all of them. As the formula says, average is equals to sum upon number. Now what is the total number of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So divided by 5. Now sum is what? Sum is 48 plus 49 plus 50 plus 51 plus 54. So I write here 48 plus 49 plus 50 plus 51 plus 54. Now, if I add all of them, this is 8 plus 9 is 17, 17 plus 0 is fine, 17 plus 1 is 18, 18 plus 4 is 22. So 2 here and 2 goes for carry. Then 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 15, 20 and 25. So what I got? I got 252 by 5. How many times this will go? This will go 5 times. Okay, then 0, correct, because it won't go with 2. Then with 20 it will go 4 times. So what I got? 50.4 is the average of all these numbers of this data set. 50.4 is the average. Now this is one way of doing this, or the traditional way of doing this. Now you can do it in one more way. In this, what we do, if there is a data set like this which is following a pattern, or it involves numbers which are very close to each other, for example 48, 49, 50, all of them are very close to each other, so you can assume any average. assume any number to be the average and then write all other numbers in terms of sum or difference of that number. For example, I see this data set, I feel that somewhere right in the middle is 50, so I think the average should be 50. This is my initial assumption that the average should be 50. Now I will write all other in terms of 50 and then find out what will be the actual average. Okay, now see. Now I will write whatever change I have to make. Okay, so now 48 is what? In terms of 50, 48 is simply minus 2. Then 49 is what? 49 is minus 1. I have to add all of them. Then 50 is what? Nothing, 0. Then 51 is what? Plus 1. 50 plus 1. 54 is what? 50 plus 4 divided by 5. So instead of writing all those numbers and adding, I have just wrote assumed one average and then I am finding this average difference. Now what you will get here, minus 2 minus 1, so minus 1 and minus 1 cancel out. What you get, 4 minus 2, that is 2, 2 by 5, that is 0.4. Now it came out to be positive. When it comes out to be positive, you add it to 50. If it has come out to be negative, I will subtract it from 50. So answer becomes what? 50 plus this average difference that came, so 0.4. So what I got? 50.4 as the final answer. Understood? So this is another way of doing this. So if you have a data set, usually they don't ask now questions from data interpretation, but if there are questions from data interpretation, this becomes useful. Okay, that instead of adding all the observations, you have just assumed an average and based on that plus or minus you are counting and it gives you much faster results. Okay, then now let's see another question. The average salary of A and B is 6,000 rupees and that of C, D and E is 8,000 rupees. These are their average salaries. Now it is asked, find the average salary of all people. This is the question. Now see, the average salary of A and B is 6,000, of C, D and E is 8,000. Find the average salary of all people. Now see, how do you do this? Now the usual way of doing this is average is given for A and B, correct? So that means A plus B. Now how many observations are these? There are 2 observations, correct? So sum upon number. Now this average is given to you as 6,000, correct? Now the other part, average of C, D and E. Now there are 3 observations, so divided by 3 is given to be 8,000. Correct? This is 6,000, this is 8,000. Now you are asked find the average salary of all the people. Now average salary of all the people, what you are looking at, you are actually trying to find out this. That is, if I have to find average of all of them, so this is A plus B plus C plus D plus E by how much? By 5. Correct? This is what I am trying to find. A plus B plus C plus D plus E by 5. This will be my answer. Now, if you see, 5 is already known to you, of course, it's a number. A, B, C, D, E. These are the 5 things you don't know or the sum you want of all of them. If I give you the sum of A plus B plus C plus D plus E, then you can get to the answer. Now, how can I get that sum from here? You can already guess. So what I can do from here I can get A plus B is equals to 6,000 into 2, that is 12,000, and from here I can get C plus D plus E is equals to 3 into 8,000, that is 24,000. Now I need the sum of both for that, so I just add both of them, so I will get 36,000 divided by 5. This is equivalent to this. Clearly, you're adding both, you're getting this divided by 5. Now, 36,000 divided by 5 will be what? It will go how many times? It will go 7 times and 1 will remain with 10, it will go 2 times and then double 0. So this becomes your average. Correct? So average salary of all of them together is 7,200. Understood? This is the basic way. Now, but we won't be doing it like this. Now understand how we usually write it. Everything is exactly same, just our way of writing changes. This increases our speed. See how you write. Now, whatever I want to find, I will just write it. So what I want to find? I want to find A plus B plus C plus D plus E by 5. This is what I want. This is what I want. Now, I told you that apart from average is equals to sum upon number, another form that you should remember is sum is equals to average into number. And this is what we'll be using now. Now observe. Sum of A plus B is given to you in some way. What is given? Average of A plus B is 6,000. Now A plus B is what? Sum. Sum is equals to average into, this is average of how many numbers. So average is given as 6,000. 6,000 is average of how many people? Of 2 people. So into 2. Then see this, C, D and E. C, D, E average is given as 8,000. This 8,000 is average of how many people? Of 3 people. So into 3 divided by 5. What you got? 12,000 plus 24,000. Again, it becomes 36,000 by 5, that is 7,200. But this came in just 1 day. Understood? So this makes it much faster. What we have used instead, here directly we are writing, in place of sum we are writing average into, it is average of how many numbers, average into average of how many numbers, add that, get to the answer faster. Okay, that's it for the introduction class. Next class we'll start seeing questions. Thank you. ACIS, we had started with average, we had seen introduction of it and some basic things about it. Now we'll be dealing with some more questions. Okay, initially we'll be going very slow. Okay, now let's start. Average salary of all employees is 8,000. Average salary of 8 technicians is 7,000. Average salary of 4 managers is 15,000. Average salary of 6 of rest of the employees is given as 6,000. Okay, now you need to find the number of employees. Okay, now see, you remember we learned something that instead of using A is equals to S by N, in most question we'll be using S is equals to A into N. This is the form that we'll be using most of the time. Now continuing from there, now what is given here, according to this, see, average salary of all employees is 8,000. Now this 8,4 is fine. Rest employees, what is rest employees? Okay, so here the exact number is not given to you. That's why if exact number was given, then you could have added a number of employees you have anyway. So rest employees, you have to assume it to be, let's say, R. Any variable you can assume. So I say that let number of rest employees be R. Then then see this. Then total employees becomes what? Total employees becomes what? Total employees is equals to 8 plus 4, that is 12. 12 plus R, correct? So these and rest of the employees makes total employees. So this becomes 12 plus R, correct? So total employees is 12 plus R. Now if I just find the value of R, then I'm done with everything, correct? Only R I have to find, otherwise everything is taken care of. This is what we want. Now let's start with the biggest average that is given to you. We'll write the formula for that and then we will use S is equals to A into N for all of them. Now average salary of all employees is 8,000. Okay, average salary of all employees, that means average salary of all employees is equal to what? Sum of salaries of all employees divided by total number of employees. This is fine with everybody. Okay. Now, what is given? Average salary of all employees is given as 8,000. Now, sum of salaries of all employees is what? Sum of salaries of all employees. Now, this is technicians, their average salary. All of them as their average salaries is given to you. Now, this is equivalent to sum of salary of all employees is equivalent to sum of salaries of technicians, sum of salaries of managers plus sum of salaries of all the rest employees. That's it. So I will write first for the technicians. Technicians total salary that has to be paid to the technicians. So what is the average? Average is 7,000 into how many technicians are there? There are 8 technicians. So 8 then plus. Now next is what? Managers. How many? What is the salary of managers? Salary is 15,000. How many managers are there? There are 4 managers. Correct? Then next. What is the average of rest of the employees? 6,000. Now how many employees have this as average, making this average salary of 6,000? R. Now this sum divided by total employees is what? 12 plus R. That's it. Now you see one single equation and only one variable, that is R. So you can easily find the value of R. How you will find it? See, one thing you can easily do. See, all are written in 1000. So you can divide both sides of the equation by 1000. What will happen? This 3, this 3, this 3, this 3 cancel out. Easy. Now it becomes what? It becomes 8 into 12 plus R is equals to 7 8s are 56 plus 15 4s are 15 4s are 60 plus 6 R. Correct? This becomes 12 8s are 108. Sorry, 12 8s are 96. So this becomes 96 plus 8R is equals to 56 plus 60 will become what? 160 plus 6R. Now I send 6R here and 96 there. So what I get? I get 2R is equals to 116 minus 96 is what? 20. That means R is equals to 10. You got the value of R? That is equal to 10. Now total number of employees was what? 12 plus R. That means 12 plus 10. That comes out to be 20. Easy. So total number of employees is 22. You can do similar questions. Thing is simple. You take the biggest average that is given to you for the largest observations, most number of observations. So you took the average salaries of employees, then broke it down into sum of all their salaries and get to the value of R, then total number of employees you can calculate. That's it. Okay, now let's get to some more important note points. Okay, now see this. Some important concepts. Now see this. This is 30, 40, 50 and let's say 60. What is the average of all of them? 30 plus 40 is 70, 70 plus 50 is 120, 120 plus 60 is 180, 180 divided by 4. 180 divided by 4. What you will get? 4 times 2 will remain with 25 times. So 45 came out to be the average. Correct? This is clear to you? Then let's just increase all of them by 10. All of them I am increasing by 10. All of them increasing by 10. So 30 plus 10 becomes 40, 40 plus 10 becomes 50, 50 plus 10 becomes 60, 60 plus 10 becomes 70. Now I ask you, what is the average of this? So 40 plus 50 is 90, 90 plus 60 is 150, then 150 plus 70, 150 plus 70 is 220. Now 220 by, again number of observations is what? 4. So 220 by 4. How many times this will go? This will go 5 times. 2 will remain with 20, it will go 5 times. Average came out to be 55. Now, if you observe, when you increased all these entries by 10, actually the average also increased by the same quantity, that is 10. So if I am changing all the entries by some numbers, some number I am adding or some number I am subtracting or some number I am multiplying or dividing, same operation takes place with the average also. So I need not find the value like this. Instead I saw, oh, sab mein 10 add ho raha hai, 10 is getting added to all of them, so I can simply add 10 in the average and that will be my correct answer. So first concept is this. You can write, if each entry by a constant k, then average also changes by the same operation. Okay, so if you add, subtract, multiply, divide, similarly you can see for multiplication or division with a constant k, the average will also change by the same operations. That is, see this. So one more example you can take. If I multiply each entry is, let's say, multiplied by k. Each entry I multiply by k, then all of them will become what? Let's say the entries were A, B and C. Now I multiplied all of them by k. So this becomes k, this becomes kb, this becomes kc. Now let's take the average of them. So this average was what? A plus B plus C by 3. Now here average will become what? You can take k common and A plus B plus C by 3. So A plus B plus C by 3. Can you see? Let's say this initial was the initial average A. Now can you see the average has now become k into A. That is, when you multiplied each entry by k, the average also got multiplied by the same quantity. So if you are multiplying each of them with k, it gets multiplied to the average also. So first note point is this. Then next is, if terms are in arithmetic progression, then average is given by first term plus last term by 2. Simple. If terms are given in arithmetic progression, first term plus last term by 2 is equal to whatever is the average. Now see, this was this these were in arithmetic progressions. Now observe this. So 30, 40, 50, 60, arithmetic progression means they have the same common difference. 30, 40, difference 10, 40, 50, difference 10, 50, 60, difference 10. Now one another way that is written here, you can find the averages, first term plus last term by 2. So 30 plus 60, that is 90, by 2 is equals to 45. Is 45 not the average? Yes, 45 is the average. So when they are in arithmetic progression, you need not find the sum of all of them, just sum of first term and last term divided by 2, get to the answer. Then now one more, if number of terms in an arithmetic progression is odd, if number of terms in an arithmetic progression is odd, then the middle number becomes the average. Simple. For example, 10, 20, 30, 40 and one more 50. Now let's find the average of them. What it will be? 30 plus 30, 60, 60 plus 40 is 100, 100 plus 50 is 150, 150 divided by 5. 150 divided by 5 comes out to be 30. Now 30 is also the middle term. Understood? So when number of terms in an AP is odd, the middle term itself becomes the average. Okay, so first term plus last term will work here also. See, 10 plus 50 is equals to 60. 60 divided by 2 is also 30. But if number of terms is odd, one more thing will work. That is, you just pick the middle term, that will be the average. Okay, some tricky questions can be solved using this. We'll see that in further lectures. That's it. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to Legacy IS. We'll be continuing with our average related topic. Now, in average, we had started with the basic concepts and had seen some questions. Now, we'll be understanding a new concept, that is corrected average. Now, what is corrected average? Understand, there is a scenario in which, let's say, there are marks of 10 students is recorded. Okay, now they have different marks. Now average marks is calculated for those 10 students. So you have a figure, let's say that the average marks of those 10 students came out to be 50. Now then it is later found out that actually marks of one of the student was recorded as 60 while it was 80. So originally that student would have gotten 80, but wrongly when we were calculating the average marks of the entire class, it was recorded as 60. Okay, now you understand, because you have reduced his original marks, then the average also, whatever is the average marks that they got, now the corrected average, the average that should have been correct, will be something more than this. Why? Because originally he got 80 marks. So now one way is finding the entire sum in both the cases and then making this changes 60 and 80. Other way is using a formula that we have for corrected average. Now let's see the formula. So this is corrected average is equals to incorrect average plus whatever was the correct number minus whatever was the wrong number divided by n and summation of this. Now what does this mean? Basically, if you have to find the corrected average, you write whatever is the incorrect average that is given in the question, and then for all the entries, for that you are given what should have been the correct, what is recorded wrongly, correct. So both of these you know, so you simply do c minus w divided by n. N means the same, that is number of observations. Now if you have multiple incorrect like this, so you have to do summation of all of them. Summation means what? Simply, if there are, let's say, two entries that are incorrect, so this is c1, w1, n will be same for them. Now for the next one it will be c2 minus w2 by n, like that. So that's why we write it as summation. This becomes your formula. Corrected average is equals to incorrect average plus summation of c minus w by n. Okay, now let's get to a question. So this is the question. It says the average weight of a class of 100 students is 40. Later it was noted that weight of one student of 53 kg was wrongly recorded as 83 kg. Find the corrected average weight of the class. Okay, now let's do it using general method first. So what it will be like? Average weight of class of 100 students is 40. That means, let's say their weights are, let's say, a1 plus a2, all these are weights of the students. Let's write it w1 w2. Okay, so weight of first student, second student, like this till you get weight of 100 students divided by 100. This is equals to 40, correct. average is equals to sum upon number. Now what you got? You got W1 plus W2 up till W100. This sum came out to be 40 into 100, that is 4000. Now you got this. This is the sum that was recorded, but it was found out that one of the student was actually weighing 53 kg. This student was actually weighing 53 kgs, but it was recorded as 83. So that change you will have to make. Let's say that one student is this W1 only. So W1's weight was recorded as 53, was recorded as 83, while his correct weight is 53. So you make the changes here now. So what will be? So this is the incorrect sum. Now what will be the correct sum? Correct sum, basically you have counted his weight 30 kgs extra. So corrected sum will be what? 4000 minus 30, or in place of 30 also you can write what? His weight was this, that is wrongly recorded as 53, was actually 83, was actually 53. So you subtract this, and what you get? You get 4000 minus this, that is 30. So you get 3970. Now if I have to find the average, now this is the corrected sum. Now corrected average will be what? Corrected sum on number. So this becomes 3970 by number, that is 100. So what you got? 39.7. Correct? Now, so this is a normal way of doing this. Now if I have to do this directly using that formula, you understand how that formula might have come. Okay, see, incorrect average you anyway have, from where you can get the change. Whatever change you are getting is actually from the correct minus wrong. This is the change, and divided by the total number is actually changing the average by exact that quantity. So you can do that directly. Now let's see how you would do that directly. Now see, corrected average is equals to incorrect average plus C minus W by N. Now corrected average I have to find. Incorrect average is what? Incorrect average is 40. What is the correct number? Correct should have been 53. Incorrect was 83. Divided by how many people were there? 100 students were there. So divided by 100, what you got? 40 plus this is 30 by 100, 30 by 100, and a negative sign. So minus 0.3. Correct? What you got? 39.7. Much faster. So this is how you use corrected average formula. Okay. Let's see one more question. So let's write it in short. There are 18 observations and average is 124 for them. Now later on mistake was discovered, that is 64 was recorded as 46 and 28 was recorded as 82. Okay, now again you have to find the corrected average. Okay, how you will find? 18 observations, average is 124. Now corrected average is equals to incorrect average plus. Now you have two observations that are given incorrect. So 64 was the correct observation, but it was recorded as 46. 28 would have been the correct observation, but it was recorded as 82. Correct? Now, so you add both of them. So let's write C1 minus W1 by N plus C2 minus W2 by N. Now, corrected average I have to find. Incorrect average is what? Incorrect average is 124 plus. Now the first one, 64 was recorded as 46. That means correct is what? 64 is the correct one. So this goes 64 minus what was recorded? Wrong one, that is 46, divided by n is what? N is 18. Then plus 28 was recorded as 82. So correct is what? Correct is 28 was recorded as 82. So wrong is 82 divided by 80. So what you get? 124 plus 64 minus 46 will be equal to what? Can you see? This will be 14 minus 6, that is 8. 14 minus 6 is 8 and 5 minus 1 is 5 minus 4 is 1. So this becomes 18 by 18 in positive sense. Now this will come in negative. Can you see 28 minus 82? Now what this will be? This will be 28 minus 82. 82 minus 28 will be what? 12 minus 8, that is 4, and 7 minus 2 is 5. So this will come out to be 54 by 80. Correct? What it came? 124. Now 18, 18 cross. What you get? Plus 1. And 18 3s are 54. So minus 3. Ultimately what you get is 124 minus 2. That is 122 would have been the corrected average. Or that should have been the average in the first place. So this is the corrected average. Understood? Simple concept. Okay. That's it for this. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to Legacy IAS. Now we are continuing with our average. Now today we will be dealing with inclusion exclusion problems. Now basically a typical problem of this will look like, let the average weight of 10 students in a class is 50 kg. Now one of the student is one of the student from them is excluded. So what will be the change in average will be given to you, and then it will be asked what is the weight of that person, or sometimes the weight of the person is given and change in average is asked. Okay, so now one student may be removed, one student may be added, or two students may be removed, two students may be added, whatever. Okay, so how do you do this? There are many ways to do this. Now what we'll be using is something like this table. It makes this much more simpler. So here you write the number of observations whatever are. Let's say initially there were 10 students and their average was 50, and then you will write if one more student is added, then it becomes 11 and the average, let's say, becomes 52. Then you have to tell the weight of the new student that joined. So in this way you have to draw the table, and then we'll understand how you solve this. Okay, so first question, what it says, the average weight of 10 students is 50 kg. When the teacher is included, the average weight increases by 2 kg. Find the weight of the teacher. Okay, simple. Now as we understood, what we write here, we write here number of observations. Then on the other side, what we write, on the other side we write the average for those observations. So number of observations is what? Average weight of 10 students. So for 10 observations, the average is given to be 50 kg. Correct? Now when the teacher is included, the average weight increases by 2 kg. So teacher also included. So 10 students plus 1 teacher. So total 11 observations, and average becomes 2 more. That means 52 kg. Understood? We always write observations in order. That is 10 observations, then 11 observations. Even if one person is excluded, we write it in reverse order. You will see how. Okay, but this is always in sequence. Now what is the change here? The change here is of plus 1. This will always mean plus. Then 50 to 52. What is the change? This is plus 2. Now this change has occurred only because of one thing, that is the weight of the teacher. Otherwise it should be the same. Because of the addition of the teacher, the average has changed by that much. So how you calculate this? You take this one, you multiply it with the lower number, take a smiley, and then you take this 2, you multiply it with the upper number and add both of them. Okay, so this will become 1 into 52 plus 2 into 10. Why? Because both are plus. This will be equal to weight of teacher directly. It's a simple trick of using these two smileys, and you will get to the answer of what is the weight of the teacher directly. So this becomes what? This becomes 52 plus 20. This comes out to be 72 kg. This is the weight of the teacher. Okay, you can also feel this. How? See, 10 students have an average weight of 50 kg. So if I add all of their weight, it will become 500 kg. S into S, S into S is equals to A into N. So 500 kg you got. Now we got the weight of the teacher as 72. So let's add weight of teacher. So this becomes 72 kg. Now this divided by 11, correct? Because now the observations are 11. So this becomes 572 by 11. Let's see how many times this goes. One time, 5 times, 2 will remain with 22. It will go 2 times. But you got 52 as given in the question. Increases by 2 kg or becomes 52 kg average. Understood? Simple. Okay, so this is the method that we'll be using. First we'll write the difference here, and then multiply and add like this. Then let's do another question. What it says: the average of 10 students and teacher of a class is 60 kg. When the teacher is excluded, the average weight decreases by 2 kg. Okay, now initially again I'll write here number of observations, and here I will write the average for them. Now the average weight of 10 students, so 10 students average weight. Now see, I write here 10 students average weight is, no, the average weight of 10 students and one teacher. The average weight of 10 students and a teacher of a class is 60 kg. So total observations 10 students plus one teacher, that is 11 observations, and average is given as 60. Okay, then when teacher is excluded, the average weight decreases by 2 kg. So now when I remove the teacher, average weight decreases by 2 kg. So I write here 58 and number of observations 1 less, because I have removed the teacher. Can you see? Even now I have written less observations before and then more observations later. This is how you have to always write. So if somebody is getting excluded, write it like this, and above it write whatever lesser number is there. This should be in ascending order, 10, 11. Okay, always in ascending order. This will always give you the right answer directly. Now, so 10 and 11. Now, what is the difference here? Difference is of plus 1. And what is the difference here? 58 and 60. What is the difference here? This is of plus 2. Correct? You got both the differences. Now same thing, 1 into 60 and 2 into 10. So weight of teacher becomes what? This becomes 1 into 60 plus 2 into 10. This comes out to be 60 plus 20, that is 80 kg. Simple. Understood? Always this should be in ascending order, and then you can follow the same process. Done? Okay, now let's do another question. Yeah, now see this. Here you will understand why I am telling you to write observations like this. Now the average weight of 29 students is 28 kg. Okay, by the admission of a new student, the average weight is reduced to 27.8 kg. Okay, same process will follow. Number of observations, and on that side what we'll write? We'll write the average. Now what is the number of observations? The average weight of 29 students is 28 kg. Okay, then the average weight of 29 students is 28 kg by the admission of a new student. So a new student has come, the average weight is reduced to 27.8 kg. So average weight is getting reduced to 27.8 kg. Now one more new student, that means observations become 30 plus 1. Now the average is actually decreasing, that is it is becoming 27.8 kg. Now because the average is decreasing and this is working like this, does not matter to you, you just follow the process. Okay, now this will be what is the difference? Difference is of plus 1. And here what is the difference? This is always written in ascending order. Here what is the difference? The difference is of minus point minus 0.2. Observe, now this is in negative. Now again we'll process it the same way. Now I have to find the weight of new student. In that whatever change was there was because of the teacher. That's why following this process we got the weight of the teacher. Here it is because of the new student, so we'll get the weight of the new student using this. So what you get, 1 into 27.8 and 0.2 into minus 0.2 into 29. So let's do this. So this becomes 1 into 27.8 minus because it is a negative, the average is getting decreased, so minus 2 minus 0.2 into 29. What you got, you got 27.8 minus, now 29 into 0.2 gives you what, 58 or 5.8. now 27.8 minus 5.8, so 0.8 gone, 27 minus 5, what you get, 22 kg. So 22 kg you got. This is what, this is the weight of the new student. Understood the entire process? In the, we will always get this as the observations. Now let's do one more question. This you understand how you write the observations, always in ascending order, and then you see the difference as plus minus. Follow the same process and you'll get to it. Now let's do one more question. Let's say the average weight of 10 students is 50 kg. Now a pair of twin students join the class and the average, let's say, increases by, or let's make it decreases by 2 kg. Find the weight of 112. Now if I have to do this, the average weight of 10 students is 50 kg. Now a pair of twin students join the class and the average weight decreases by 2 kg. Find the weight of 112. Okay, now see this. From this you will understand a lot of things, number of observations and average. Now initially there are 10 students, average is 50, so 10 students, average weight is 50. This is fine. Now a pair of twin students. Okay, so two brothers. Now why I have written twin students? That means they have the same weight. This assumption we have to make. Now so these two also join, so now number of observations become 2 plus, that is 12. Now because of them the average decreases by 2 kg. Now when they join, the average actually decreases by 2 kg, that is it becomes 48. Now it is asked find the weight of one twin. Now what was the process we were following? This is an order, correct? This can be plus or minus, does not matter. So 10 and 12, what is the difference here? Plus 2. So observation is increasing by 2. Then average is actually not in positive but in negative, so it is getting decreased by 2. Now what was our process? Making two smileys like this. So plus 2 into 48 and minus 2 into 10. This is what you will get as, you'll understand what you will get from this. So let's do it as we used to do. So 2 into 48, then minus 2 into 10. What you got? 48 into 2 is 96. 96 minus 20, you got it as 76 kg. Now is 76 kg the weight of one twin? No. If you mark this, this will be wrong. Why? Because you are actually getting whatever is the difference because of these two observations together. There you only had one observation, one thing changing, that is just one new student or the one teacher was included, excluded. That's why you directly got the weight. Actually this gives you the change because of these both observations. So this is actually sum of weight of the twins. This is equal to sum of weight of the twins. So that means the twins, let's say the weight of one twin is x, So this is 2x is equals to 76 kg, or x comes out to be 38 kg. This will be the weight of the twin brother. Okay, because whatever you get from doing like this is actually whatever changes is because of the inclusion or exclusion. So here you included two people, so this will give you the sum of weight of two people. Then you divide it by 2 because they are twins, so eventually you get their weight of one twin brother is 38 kg. Okay, that's it for this class. Thank you. Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to Legacy IAS. So we will be continuing with our topic of average. Now, one part that was left here was middle number calculation. Okay. Now here, see, sometimes what will be given to you? Let's say these are 5 different people. They have 5 different weights. Now, the average in some combination will be given to you. For example, the average weight of this ABC may be given to you, and the average weight of this CDE will be given to you. Then you will be asked the weight of the person in the middle, that is C. Basically, if you draw a diagram like this, only which lies at the intersection, this weight you can find exactly. Other weights you can't tell. So you cannot tell just by the average of ABC what is the weight of A or B. But by this intersection, whatever lies in the intersection, that you will get to know. Now, 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 let's do this question. There are 5 students A, B, C, D, E. The average weight of A, B, C is 40 kg. Okay. So A, B, C, D, E. Then the average weight of A, B, C is 40 kg. So this average weight is given as 40 kg. Then the average weight of C, D, and E, this is given to be 60 kg. So that is 40 kg. This is 60 kg. Now, the entire weight, the weight of this entire average weight of the entire class is 50 kg. Now you need to find what is the weight of, sorry, 52 kg. Now you need to find the weight of the middle person, that is C. Here, whatever comes out, you can only get the exact value of weight of C only. Now, let's see how you do this. So, in general way, what you can do, see, ABC's average weight is given as 40. That means you can say A plus B plus C is equals to sum is equals to average into number. Now, this is the average of 3 people. So now what is the average? Average is 40. This is of 3 people. So you multiply it with 3. What you get? You get their sum as 120. Correct? Then similarly you can do for C plus D plus E. Now what is the average of them? Their average is 60. This average is for how many people? 3 people. So 60 into 3 gives you 180. Now, if you add both of them, what you get? You get A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus one more extra C, because C is repeated twice, and this comes out to be equal to 120 plus 180 is equals to 300. Now, if average weight of the entire thing of the entire class is given to you, what is actually given to you? This quantity is actually given to this, that is sum of all of them, it is A plus B plus C plus D plus E. This will be equal to what? This is the average 52 kg, and this is for 5 people, so this will be 52 into 5. 52 into 5 will come out to be 260. Okay, so this is given to you, so this whole sum is becomes 260. Now here what you have, this whole sum plus C is equals to 300. So in this place I can write from there 260 plus C is equals to 300. So C will come out to be 300 minus 260, that is 40. So you can tell the exact weight of C, or whatever is getting repeated. Only that you can tell exactly. You cannot tell the exact weight of any other person. So in this way you can get 40. Now, this is what you understand. Now, how you have to write this and do this quicker, Understand that. So this is done. Then you will draw a diagram like this, and then you can simply multiply it with the numbers. That is, see. So this is for three people. Three people. So what sum you can get from this? 40 into 3. This gives you 120. This is also for three people. So 60 into 3. This comes out to be 180. You add them both. What you get? 300. Here you have 52. This is for 5 people. So into 5 into 5, this gives you 260. Whatever is the difference between these two is actually equal to C, that is 40 kg. It's the same thing, just this way of writing helps you understand and do it quicker. Just draw the diagram, write whatever is the average, and then find out the middle term. Okay, then let's do one more question. Now, what it says the average weight of 9 persons is 50 kg. The average weight of first 5% is 45. The average weight of last 5% is 55 kg. The weight of the fifth person is. Now, this was a previous year question. So there are 9 people. Let's do it normally. So normally what you understand, average weight of 9 people is 50 kg. So x1 plus x2 up to plus x9. This is given as average weight is given as 50. So sum is equals to average into number. Average is what? 50. How many are there? 9 others. So this into 9, this gives you 4. So sum of their wages comes out to be 450 kg. Then after that, the average weight of first 5%. First 5% means x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 plus x5. This comes out to be, the average is given as 45 kg. Okay, so 45 into average of how many people? 5 people. So 45 into 5 gives you 225 kg. Then similarly, the average weight of last 5% is also given to you, that is 55 kg. So last 5% will be what? There are only 9 people. So this will start with x5, x5 plus x6 plus x7 plus x8 plus x9. This makes it last 5 people. Average is given as 55. 55 into 5, that is the number here total. Then 55 into 5 gives you 5 5s are 25, 5 here 2 carry, 5 5s are 25 plus 2, 275 kg. Now, you understand, if I add them twice, if I add them both, I will get x5 twice. So simply you will get x5 twice, or you will get x1, x2, sum till x9 plus x5, that will be repeated twice, and I add them both. So 225 plus 275 gives me 500. Now, this value is what you have already calculated. This is 450. So 450 plus x5 is equals to 500, or x5 is equals to 50 kg. This way you can find it. Okay, simply whatever is at the intersection that you can find. Now, if the intersection includes two people like this, so there is A, B here, and let's say C. Yeah, let's say the average weight of these 4 people is given to you, and the average weight of these 4 people is given to you. Now, what answer that you will get? Now, can you see that all these 3 will get repeated twice? All these 3 will be counted twice. So whatever difference you get following the same pattern here, that will be equivalent to, x2 plus x3 plus x4, not one of them directly, because this is what is getting counted twice. In all these questions, what you're getting only one thing counted twice. That's why you get the exact weight of that thing. But if in some question they give you that there is intersection of 2 3, then the sum of them you will get. Now, how to do this using that diagram? Let's see that. Yeah. So 5 here you have. Okay, so x1 x2, or simply you can write x1 x2 x3 x4 x5 x6 x7 x8 x9. Now average of these 5 is given to you, and the average of these 5 is also given to you, and the total average of the class is also given to you. So total average is 50 kg. Total average is 50 kg. Now of the first 5% is 45, of the last 5% is 55. What you will do, this is for first 5%, so into 5, this comes out to be 225. This will be again into 5, 55 into 5 comes out to be 275. Now I add them both. What I get, I will get 500. And from here what I'll get, 50 kg. This is for all 9 people, so 50 into 9, this comes out to be 450 kg. Now whatever is the difference gives you the value of x5. So x5 comes out to be 50 kg. Okay, that's it. This is the last part of average. Now average also gets completed. Thank you.